Pirates of the Caribbean, Salazar's Revenge is the fifth film in the Pirates franchise and stars Johnny Depp, Kea Scodelario, Brendan Thwaites, Geoffrey Rush and Javier Bardem. And this film tells the story of the Trident of Poseidon, a mythical object that can break any curse in the sea. Unfortunately, for our characters, they need a few curses broken. So I've always loved the Pirates franchise. For me, the first three were absolutely amazing. However, you could see that there was a decline in quality as the films went on, particularly the fourth one on Stranger Tides. For me, that film was just totally forgettable. So going into this film, my main concern was, does this film bring a breath of fresh air to the franchise, or is it well and truly stuck in the mud? So like I said, this film is much better than the last one, and that's mainly attributed to the fact that the story in this is actually quite interesting. Each character has a meaningful purpose in the film, and they just don't simply feel like tag-alongs, which is great. But that does lead me on to my biggest concern of the film, which is that I didn't really care about any of the narrative strands. Now don't get me wrong, the narrative strands in this film were really well done, smooth, fully fleshed out narrative arcs, and one of the narratives actually does tie into the previous films and completes an unfinished narrative arc there, so I do have to give the film credit for that. But there are at least 4 narrative strands in this film, and I didn't find myself particularly caring a great deal about one of them. It isn't until the end of the film, actually, that it does finally get some emotion out of me, that I finally do care about a character. But it's just too little too late, unfortunately. So let's move on to Johnny Depp. And for me, he was a bit of a mixed bag in this film. As in the beginning, he was extremely over the top, even more so than he is in the other films. He was this drunk, bumbling, rambling mess. Like I said, even more so than the other films. And at times it just felt like he was playing a parody of himself. Like if you'd asked Jack Sparrow to impersonate Jack Sparrow, that's what you would have got. But as the film went on, they finally got the reins on him, so to say, and he became a much more enjoyable character. Another problem with the film of mine was the humour, particularly one aspect of it. Most of it was fine. I think the humour that was done in the set pieces was extremely funny, particularly one sequence with a guillotine, which I found quite funny. But there's one aspect of the humour which I found extremely odd, and it was like watching a Carry-On film. Now for those of you that don't know what Carry-On is, it's a 1960s British film series that has a lot of tongue-in-cheek humour and a lot of sexual innuendos. And some of the quotes that the characters were saying, it felt straight out of a Carry-On film. So I'll give you some examples. A one-legged man with 18-pound balls? No wonder he walks funny. I'm a horologist. There's no shame in that, madam. I'm not paying for that. Never say that to a woman. You know, when I was watching this film, I kind of expected one of them to break out into a Sid James laugh. So let's finish on some positives. The film's extremely fun, well-paced. I found that I wasn't bored at all during the film, which, for a 2.5-hour film, is pretty impressive. The production and set design, fantastic, as always, but the film felt extremely stale. Didn't offer anything new or innovative to the Pirates franchise, but what it did offer was still well done. So my final rating for Pirates of the Caribbean Salazar's Revenge is a 7 out of 10. Now this is the lowest possible 7 out of 10 I could give the film. It's a passable, fun family film. It definitely won't be remembered in 5 years' time, but I can't deny that I didn't enjoy it in the moment. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the review, and as always, let me know what you thought of Salazar's Revenge in the comments section below. Like and subscribe please, and I'll see you later.